Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about bullying, and I've tried to record this video like 4 times, and it just doesn't want to work, so hopefully this time it'll work, because I'm ruining my makeup by crying, because it's just such a deep topic. But, so I'm basically going to talk about bullying and how it makes you feel and like the different types of bullying and my bullying story. So like the different types of bullying, there's cyberbullying and just like bullying in general. That's how I see it. Like bullying, like coming up to you, threatening you, uttering mean stuff to you to make you feel like you're less than what you are. And no one should feel that way. Like everyone on this earth is made to be here. And if anyone thinks that they can make you feel less than that, they're wrong because they're just trying to make themselves feel better about themselves because they don't feel better. And usually bullying is caused by people who have issues with like family at home and stuff and like don't feel accepted. They feel like they need to make fun of you or whatever. But yeah, but lately what happened to me is I did something I wasn't very proud of, and everyone found out. Like even my parents found out because this one girl who I thought was my friend. Okay, well, I was dating this guy, but we broke up because he helped people bully me. But we were dating, but this girl who thought that like told my parents stuff, she told me that she was my friend, but she wasn't, and she dated him before I did, and I guess she was jealous or whatever, and she told my parents. And what I did, parents wouldn't be very happy about, and they took my cell phone, my laptop, my tablet, my TV, my Xbox, everything. They took everything. I had nothing. I wasn't allowed to leave the house. I wasn't allowed to do anything. But like what they didn't realize is like I wanted to tell them what happened. I wanted to tell them everything, but I didn't feel like safe at home. I didn't because all they did was fight, and my dad just he's emotionally abusive, and I'm glad I'm not living with him anymore, but I didn't feel like I could tell anyone what's happening because I thought that they would make me and this guy break up, and I really liked him. I still really do like him. And so my dad found out, and he tried to make us break up, and I told him, okay, I'll break up with him. I ran upstairs, got my phone, texted him, and I said, my dad wants us to break up, but I'm not going to because it's over something stupid and I feel like we can work it out. And we talked and we're like, okay, well, we're not going to break up over this because, like, we need each other. And so my dad thought we were broken up, but we weren't, and we found that out later. But yeah, so we took my phone and everything, and then I had a home phone, but we didn't really use it, and I kind of forgot I had one. And I didn't really know my boyfriend's number because like cell phones, like you don't need to remember anyone's number now. You have a cell phone and they keep all your numbers. So like what's the point? But yeah, so I snuck on the internet and found out his number when my parents weren't home. And then I got it and we talked 24/7. And I felt like I couldn't live a day without seeing him, and it had been weeks since I seen him because my parents won't let me talk to him. And yeah, but I remember the night I got kicked out. Well, the day before I got kicked out, actually. My dad kind of knew that we never broke up, and I just said that because yeah. But yeah, and he was like, well, you can go over to his house if his dad supervises you guys. And, like you can hang out with him. So I was like, okay, I was so excited. I called him. He woke up his dad. He got his dad to call my dad so I could go over to his house. Everything was all good. And then my dad decided, oh, I'm gonna be bipolar today. I'm gonna tell Megan. she can't hang out with him unless I'm in the room. And oh, they can't hang out at home either. We have to go out for supper together. And I don't like it when my dad's near him because my dad is just I don't like it. So I flipped a lot and I just stayed home. I just cried. I cried and I cried. But my dad was like, "Hey, well, we're going out for supper. Go get my money from my money box and bring it out to me." And I was like, "Okay." My little sister was getting dressed in her room, so I went out to bring him his money, and I went and sat in the car with him. And he was like, "I think you should go move in with your mom. I don't want you anymore." And I started bawling my eyes out because, for one, I knew that if I moved in with my mom, she lives in a different city, and I knew that she was moving to a different province. So I knew I couldn't date this guy anymore, and I need him really bad. And for two, I have issues with people leaving me. I don't know. I think it's like anxiety or something. But like, I'm okay to stay home alone if someone leaves. But like, for instance, if I'm going out to supper with my stepmom and her dad's coming to get us and we're waiting outside and she goes and hides on me as a joke, I break down because I think that she left me. Like, I think that she just like left. Like, if I lose my mom in the supermarket, yeah, I'm a teenager, but I start like I want to bawl my eyes out. It's stupid. But yeah, and I just couldn't handle it. So then the next day, my dad's like, "Well, it's okay. You're not gonna live with her. I'm gonna go. We're gonna get a new house, and everything's gonna be fine." So I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "How long am I going for so I know how much to pack?" And he told me 3 days. So I only packed enough for 3 days. But it was like 3 weeks later, he didn't come to get me. He wouldn't talk to me, and he took my money, which is, oh, I was so mad. But yeah, so he basically ditched me, and it doesn't make me feel very good to know my dad just left me because of something I did. And yeah. Oh look, another message from someone trying to bully me. That's great. Um. Anyways, but like, if something happens to one of your friends, like, say they get pregnant and they're too scared to tell their parents, do not tell their parents. Don't don't try and interfere at all. It will just make everything terrible. Just like, I don't know. But don't try and interfere because it's their thing to tell their parents. You have no right to tell their parents what's happening. Like, maybe like if they're threatening their life, they're suicidal and they're saying, "I'm pregnant, I don't want to live anymore, my parents are gonna kill me," and they threaten to kill themselves. Yeah, but then you tell your parents, I mean their parents, "I'm worried about so and so, she's threatening her life because of bullying," and like, and it's just like people won't stop tormenting her because she made one mistake and she's threatening her life. Okay, it's good then, but you don't tell their parents, "Oh, there's so and so is pregnant for this long," and she wouldn't tell you guys because she didn't feel like you needed to know, and go behind your back and do that because just don't. But bullying changes you. Like, I remember I was such a nice little girl. Like, even before when I was little I got bullied, I had no cares in the world. I just loved myself and who I was. Um, but I completely changed a lot. Like, I remember in grade, like last year, I was, no, I guess the year before that, I was so happy. Like, I didn't care. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm freaking awesome. I'm just awesome. I love life. Yeah, and I'm a cheerleader. I don't care who. I love life. But then people started bullying me, and towards the end of that school year, I was just a really sad person. And I dyed my hair. I had blonde hair. My hair is naturally like strawberry blonde, but dyed my hair black and started wearing massive amounts of eyeliner. Like, this isn't even a lot of eyeliner if you think about it. What I was wearing before was just, but yeah. And I have scars that I'm not ashamed of, but I wish I didn't have to go to that place to realize I'm a better person. But people just don't get. You need to lay off. It's not your job to tell people what they can do and can't do and how they should feel for what they did because like don't judge them. It's stupid. Like I just want to backhand some people. Like it makes me so mad because people think that they can say their opinions, but like it saying your opinion is one thing, but there's a fine line between saying your opinion and like everything. Like no one cares if you say your opinion, but there's a fine line between saying your opinion and making people feel terrible and using the excuse, oh, it's my opinion, I'm allowed to say this. No, you're not. You're not allowed to say anything like that to them. And who do you think you are from cutting people? Like you're basically taking their happiness away just by that one message. You may not think that's what you're doing, but really think before you speak. Like there's some people who found out what I was going through and they just ripped me apart and I was too scared to go onto Facebook and check my phone in the morning because there'd be messages, like tons of them. There'd be messages and notifications and just my life was hell and it still is and I'm still scared sometimes to check my messages. But I'm whatever, who cares? But there's the other people. Like I feel like 90% of the people hate me and they just feel like they can cut me down. But then there's that 10% that make me feel like I matter. And it's not even the people that I thought who would be there for me. It's like my best friends inbox me and bully me too because they think that they can have an opinion because I did something that they don't like. Oh, like you don't have that right to make me feel that way. And it just makes me really mad that some people have the nerve to just like turn on their friends. Like if they were your friends, you wouldn't do that. You would be there for them. And they were there for me for a little bit, but then they decided, whatever, she did something I don't like, she's moving, who cares? We don't need to be friends with her. And they just completely turned on me and it made me feel terrible. But then there's some of the girls who know what it's like to be bullied, and the guys, I guess, and they're there for me. Like there's this one girl named Katie, and her family is there for me. They inbox me and they're like, "My thoughts are with you. You're awesome. You're cutie. Don't listen to what other people say." And I feel like I can go to her for anything, like just to talk. Like she's there for me and she gives me advice. And I love you, Katie. If you see this, you're awesome. But just don't listen to what people think that they can say to you. And I know this video is now like 13 minutes long, but like you don't bully people. You just I'm mad. I have lots of thoughts on my mind now about it. And I'm not gonna go to those people and say, hey, stop bullying people because I know that if I do that, I'll turn into the bully myself and I should do that. Sorry, I have a cold, but so like it's just stupid. Like people see what like people take their lives every day and people act like they care, but once they get to bullying again, they don't care. Like there's this one girl who's talking about Amanda Todd and how people take their own lives and she called it pathetic. That's not pathetic. The pathetic thing about all of it is that you think you can tell people how to run their lives and make them feel so bad that they feel like that's the only way out and that's what's pathetic to me. You shouldn't it just it makes me mad. I just can't even put all my feelings into words right now. But yeah, people just don't know when to shut their yaps and when to stop. Like the only people who are really there for you are the people who have been there themselves and there is no one there for them. And I admit I was the bully and I'm ashamed of myself because I remember a couple years ago because I was bullied I thought it was okay to bully them back. I told them to kill themselves, they were worthless, and I go back now and I try to say sorry, even if they're still bullying me. It wasn't okay what I did. I'm ashamed of it. I don't like it, and I should have never done that. I shouldn't have even thought of doing that. It wasn't okay. I don't know why I did it, but it wasn't okay. And bullying just changes who you are entirely. Like, for those of you who haven't seen Cyberbully yet, you should go and watch it because that is what happens. It's about this girl, and people start rumors about her and everything, and that's basically what happened to me. But yeah, and it's just really sad what society's come to make you feel like you're worthless, and it makes me really mad. But I don't want to take up all your guys' time because I know like you go into YouTube, it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch this video for a tutorial, and then you somehow end up like watching a zebra have babies, and it's just YouTube can be messed up. But I'm gonna go now. If you ever need someone to talk to, you can always private message me, and I have a Facebook page. You can message me on there, and I'm always here if you need someone. And I'm not gonna judge you. I've been through it all and back, and it's just I won't judge you. I'm here. But yeah, bye guys. Have a good day, and just like remember, don't let people push you around because you're better than them, and you're better than all that. And just remember, you may be one person to the world, but to one person you may be their world. Bye.